feel like there's a lot of ideological differences between how the US and the UK sort of manage their cultural output. Then the US, you get a lot of media that's being produced for this global mass market. Things that are made in the US are sort of meant for audiences around the world, while things made in Britain are usually meant for audiences in Britain. The media landscape of Britain seems to be a lot more insular. Things that are big there aren't necessarily big elsewhere. And I feel like I get that a lot of times when I'm just like watching British panel shows or fucking whatever, and I hear all these references to old British pop songs that everybody supposedly knows over there, and it's like, what, you haven't heard of the Frosby Flop, the fluke disco hit of national treasure pugilist James Frosby? Every time it comes on, we all have to flop on the ground, and the last one to do it has to drink all of their Bovril. Or it'll be met with a question that's like, what will we play for children at our school dances? And the answer in America is to make something like the Cha-Cha Slide. A very sparse and remixable beat, pretty easy instructions. You get the sense that it's made for people all over the world. Anybody who even speaks a bit of English can probably follow along to it and have a good time. Meanwhile, in Britain, they get asked that same question: what will we have our children dance to? For some reason, the answer is this. Agadoo, push pineapple, shake the tree. This is the song Agadoo by Black Lace. It was released in 1984 and it was a huge hit in Britain. I get the sense over there that it's widely regarded as one of the worst songs of all time. I didn't grow up in Britain. I don't know if this is what they play all the time at school dances. I mostly picked that up from osmosis of how I see people talking about it online. I'm really just observing this song outside of its cultural context, an entire ocean away from the people that it was meant for. And for some reason, I've never been able to get this out of my head. It is just one of the strangest pieces of media that I've ever come across. If you'll notice in the video, there are dancing fruits in the background playing the instruments. We have this banana on the trumpet, a coconut on drums, a cherry making drinks. They're in a bar, they're having a good time. One of the performers seems way more into it than the other. This sort of discount Rod Stewart is really hoping that his career is going to take off after this. I assume this other guy is just like his brother or something. He just seems along there for the ride, miming along with the electric guitar as best as he can. The main dance instructions in the chorus are, of course, push pineapple, shake the tree, and doot doot doot. I don't quite get any of it, but boy are those big fruits. In the first chorus, we get this woman, this pineapple lady, who comes in and starts dancing to all of it, but also, like, her internal monologue is given as subtitles that go, like, throughout the video. Dance? Well, why not? I love for the first shot how she's just like not in frame. Like the whole choreography for the rest of the video is just she's supposed to be dancing behind these guys and she's just not for some reason. And you can see one of them look back, register that she's not where she's supposed to be and just not care because, again, this guy's just along for the money or something. The plot of the song, I guess, is that they're in Hawaii and this guy runs into a woman on the beach or something. And down on the shore, they gather romance. She showed me much more, not only to dance. So, did you fuck her? Is that what the song is about? It's about you meeting somebody on the beach and fucking them? That's what that line means, right? I mean, obviously that line's just supposed to be like wink wink nudge nudge, like nothing in specific, just vague romantic insinuation for a kid's song. But at the same time, I do not trust anybody who buttons their shirt this low. These facial expressions are way too cheeky. I think this song is about fucking a pineapple. Oh well, back in the old routine. Is this dance fruitist? I love how they're just completely appropriating island music and just watering down this culture into cod reggae drivel for British people. And then they're worried about offending the fruits, which, to be fair, I am offended. What is this guy even trying to play? Anyways, yeah, this was a huge hit, so let's see them perform it on Top of the Pops. Top of the Pops is essentially like British pop hits performed on TV.
Look, it's Agadoo, and don't you always wonder who's actually in that fruit?
What? No. Who cares who's in the fruit? Is this like The Masked Singer or something? Are they gonna pull off the coconut and it's like Lil Wayne? I don't know why this guy brought the guitar. The song starts off with him not playing it. So it's like, who is he fooling by pretending to do that? I mean, obviously this is an easy song to bash on, but wouldn't you want to be in this room? Would you? Would I? Maybe not. But it's a vibe. I'd at least want to see all the different fruits in person, maybe get their autograph, you know? And the last sort of thing that I want to bring to attention with this song is another performance from about 30 or so years down the line. The legacy of Agadoo is holding strong. They did another video for this in 2016. As you can see, unfortunately, it doesn't have any of the fruits in it. But as a replacement, we have Jeremy Corbyn, who I believe was the leader of the British Labour Party at that time. This was before the election where he went head-to-head with Boris Johnson, and, you know, maybe this is why he lost. Okay, you weren't selling me that those were even guitar tones with the first song. I thought it was just a MIDI keyboard or something. It might be an actual electric guitar, but it's definitely not an acoustic guitar. How do these guys know Jeremy Corbyn? How did they get him and his entourage to dance in the video? Who is this guy? Is this like his bodyguard or something? He looks like somebody from one of the Hitman games. Is this why he lost? You know, everything was going well on the campaign trail until a video of him dancing to Agadoo in the London streets was leaked to the press, and it like gets picked up by the Daily Mail saying like, Jez's communist Britain is gonna force everyone to push pineapple all day. That's probably not what happened, but I don't know. Just the scene of like an Agadoo party taking place in front of the Parliament buildings, consisting of 6 people, one of them being Jeremy fucking Corbyn. Like, I feel it would make sense for Boris Johnson to dance to this song. He's a fucking clown. But this like prominent, sort of esteemed and well-managed politician, I mean, I get that's not how he's viewed by most of the country, who is dancing to Agadoo and then goes on to lose their election. It's just like, I guess, you know, I can say that he's a good sport, but I'd really rather he just not do this. Agadoo do this.
More billionaires than ever in our society, greater inequality than ever, more people living in relative or absolute poverty than there's ever been. And we have an economic strategy which isn't actually dealing with any of those things.
And if you're looking at the video and thinking to yourself, dang, these guys really let themselves go, that's just because they're different guys. They're not even the same guys. At some point, whoever the first 2 guys were stopped wanting to be the Agadoo men. But for some reason, Black Lace was just such a powerful musical project that they had to continue without them. So these are just the guys who go around touring as Black Lace now. Which also, side note, is it just me or is Black Lace like a weirdly provocative name for the band that does Agadoo? Also, one of the new guys is clearly given a wig to look like one of the old guys, so I don't know what the fuck they're trying to pull off here. Like, my big finale for this video was going to be like, guess what? One of these guys is in prison now. And that is true. One of the guys from Black Lace went to prison for fraudulently claiming benefits. But it's just one of the guys from the replacement band. I don't know anything about what the original 2 guys are up to. I assume after they left Black Lace, one of them went on to be a Rod Stewart impersonator, and the other one went on to, like, smoke a bunch of weed and just eat cereal all day. Maybe that's just me projecting. There's a lot of information on their Wikipedia page, and I'm not gonna fucking read it. But I guess at some point, these 2 guys stepped in and started performing as their live band, and then one of them went to prison. And that is the legacy of Britain's greatest song. So I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you for tuning in to this installment of Cursed Music. Do all the things that make my YouTube channel happy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.